Hello, it's a Mighty Marvel Show, and I'm Paul. And today I'm taking a break from Marvel stuff, but I'm looking at cool figures. I'm talking about these epic hacks, Gladiator and Barbarian skeleton figures from Boss Fight Studios. These are cool. Epic Hacks is highly articulated character kit system, works really well. And I've got the Barbarian Deathmonger and the Gladiator Destroyer of Empires today. Barbarian and Gladiator. Really getting into all my sort of mythical sword and sorcery figures. I'm loving the Mezco, Conan and Death Dealer stuff. I'm absolutely loving the Mythic Legions range, and these skeletons are a fantastic addition to my sort of fantasy building side of it. So I'm going to talk about these two today because they are great. I'm going to start with the Barbarian. So let's move Gladiator out the way for the moment, and let's talk about this Barbarian. Let's get the Gladiator's helmet out the way as well. There we go. So let's talk about this Barbarian figure. So they are highly articulated. They are really cool. They come with, so you've got the skeleton. You've got the skeleton Barbarian helmet there as well. You come with brilliant sword, which is attached. I put it in the back there on his harness, on his holster. Stand him up. There we go, skeleton. You stand up there. A bit of lean in. There we go. It comes with, as well, 2 feet, so you can take the boots off. And we can put feet on. There's the feet there. And it comes with this fantastic mace. Really well decoed mace. You can see there. That's great. Absolutely love that as well. Really good detail on that. Good weathering on it. Good pattern. It looks been bashed in there, and see where he's obviously been taken on other warriors and fighting. Really good detail on the handle. Fits really nicely in his hand. And it comes with an axe because he's a barbarian and they've got to have an axe. Maybe it would have been nice, a little bit of red blood on it, but to be honest, if he's hitting a skeleton, there's not going to be any blood, is there? So there wouldn't be. I really like this axe. Again, good detail as well. Fits super comfortable into his hand as well. And then you get these really cool epic hacks bases. If you're going to put them on the shelf and display them, they look really cool. I might actually paint these over because depending on what display I'm putting them in, it's probably not going to be a bright red base, so I might go for like a beige effect, and then if I put them in a display I might put sand, or like I've got here, like a sort of dirt gravelly background to it, and then, but obviously I could put them in and then just cover it over. But that's really good to have as well. That's great. That comes as standard with it. They are indeed highly articulated. So we'll start with the Barbarian here. So he's got not soft goods, but he's got quite pliable protective loincloth there as well. And put the sword in the back, so let's have a look at the sword as well. That is very cool as well, like little details all bashed up on the sword as well from where he's been fighting. That's been great. They are highly articulated, so let's start at the top. So great movement in the face and the neck. I'll just drop the helmet off for the moment. The helmet's really cool as well, and sits on there super comfortable. So really good articulation in the head, get it all the way around, and the jaw moves as well, which is brilliant. I love the fact that you've got a bit of skeletal going on there as well, because I find skeletons really creepy, and that's why I'm fascinated by these figures. I think they're really sort of creepy looking. Arm motion is good, so bend that both up on both sides, get the right angle. There you go, there as well. Brilliant double knee joint on the Barbarian as well to go back. That bends back really well. And these boots are lovely, really nice sort of soft material on the boots. The boot legs lift up, so if you do take off the feet and swap them over, take the boots off them, then you can put the feet on and take the boots off, so it would look pretty obviously like the skeleton just stood there without the feet on them. They are quite fiddly, the feet, gotta say. The pins are quite small, bit Mezco-esque on the pins. They are quite small, so I don't often do that, but also that's because I really love the boots as well on this figure. And again, it poses up really well. So when you've got all his gear on him, it poses up really well. So pop the Barbarian helmet back on him. Let's put his sword back in the back there, and then let's put the mace into his hand. And again, these put a little bit of warming up beforehand. Obviously, get your hair dryer out, or get your hot water on them. But these do pose really well. They articulate really nicely, and I'm really pleased with the way these figures pose and the way that they stand. Let's just get his foot lined up there. Come on, there you go. So I really love these figures. I think this one's super cool. That is the Barbarian. Now we will take a look at the Gladiator, Right, let's have a look at the Gladiator. Now, different colour scheme to the Barbarian skeleton. So you can see we've got a sort of lighter yellow and bone effect on the Barbarian. But here on the Gladiator, you've got this sort of darker, grayer, sort of heavier set colour scheme to it. My only slight little grumble with the colour scheme of them is it's quite a plain palette, which is fine. There is some really great detail around the face. So looking at the face on this one, I think it's quite a creepy face on this one. And again, you've got jaw movement on it, and you do have, as you see there, you do have the color scheme around the teeth and around the facial features. There is some paint application on that, but it would have been quite nice to have had some of that along the bone joints and giving it that sort of weathered ancient feel to it. They are quite plain. However, if you get your lighting right, or if you've got them in battle, it's a minor complaint, to be honest. It is a minor complaint, and it's really surpassed by the fact that these articulate so well. So it really doesn't matter on that basis. So again, same as before with the Barbarian. Great head motion, great movement. The jaw does open and close as well. So you've got good articulation up on the elbows, and not a full double bend, because obviously you've got the bone shape there as well, but obviously good enough for holding weapons. Then you've got this really cool sort of gladiator shoulder apparel, this sort of battle armor. Obviously it's quite loose on the body because you've got the fact that he's just a skeleton. He doesn't actually have a body. So that's quite cool. And you've got a harness on the back here. So for accessories for this one, so you've got this really nice sort of short sword, sort of, you know, sort of dagger, which fits in there super comfortably as well. That's great. And you've got this excellent sort of cleaving, hacking sword as well, with this brilliant bending sort of chopper on it. And again, same as the Barbarian sword, you've got these nice sort of cuts into it. Really got that sort of, you know, well used effect to it. And you've got this sort of bronze effect to his armor, and you've got a nice little logo pattern on the sword as well. So that comes out really well. This is great. You've also got a shield that comes with this figure as well, which is great. And again, look, got a little dent in the shield, quite battle worn. Good detail on the back as well. And this is really exciting to have on the back. The detail is fantastic. It doesn't hold exceptionally well on the hand, but obviously because you've not got a lot of arm and a lot of plastic there to deal with, but it does grip nicely into the hand, so you can get really good detail on that. And actually the background, so if you are doing a battle scene where, you know, he's fallen or his shield's on the floor, you can have that line there on the floor, and you can actually see the wood effect behind it and see how well that's been put together. I think that is a really excellent detail, and it's something you don't get. Or if you're thinking like your Marvel Legends, you don't get a lot of those on the back of your Cap's shield. They're generally quite plain. Sometimes some of the figures you've got the detail on the handle straps, but a lot of the time you don't get that. And that's also, I think, a bit disappointing for when you put like Cap's shield on his back for that type of thing. I think it's quite disappointing that you are just seeing that sort of plain effect over his shoulder. This one is excellent though, so really pleased with that. And it also comes with this great arm attachment, so you can pop his hand off, and you can pop this cutter, this scythe, onto his arm as well. So it's a really great addition. It's a really nice little accessory to have. And then you've got the Barbarian helmet here. So this is effect, so it comes with this quite menacing eye effect. It is quite tough to get on and off. So when it's on, it sits on really snug. It is quite hard to put onto it. And as you can see, just really having to force that on a bit there. I've not pushed that all the way down. So it does sit on there. When it's on, it's super snug and it is super comfy on the skeleton. And you can still get a good range of motion as me faffing around with it on there, which you don't need to see, do you? But there you go. But so it does need a little bit of warming up, which I did not do this time around. But when it's on, as you can see here, it does give quite a menacing effect to him. But I actually really like him without the helmet, because it's the skeleton warrior effect I'm after. But it is a good addition as well. There is great detail across the tunic he's wearing here, like his loincloth here, and on the belt. That's really good detail because it's around a good textured pattern, good weathering on it. You get a reasonable bend on his leg. I think that's really good, because soon he's got these big shin guards on, and these have got phenomenal detail on them. So looking at the back, you've got these guard protectors there, and then you've got these sort of bronze armor. Look at the lion effect on those. Really great detail has gone into these, and he really poses up well when he's got all his gear on him, which you can see here as well. So I'm super pleased with these two. I have ordered some more, of these, and I've also ordered some other of the ranges as well. So Boss Fight Studios, you have done an excellent job. In fact, you've done an epic job, I'm going to say, with these epic hacks. I think you've produced some really, really great figures with excellent detail. They're really well priced as well, value. So these were $29.95 in UK, so £30. So that's going to be what, $27. I think that's absolute value for these figures. I'm really, really pleased with them. Obviously, there's not as much plastic as you get on a, like a bodied figure rather than a skeleton, but the bang for your buck is there with these accessories and the posability, and they are super, super fun. They are going to work perfectly with my Mythic Legions and my Mezco Conans and Death Dealer. So I'm very, very excited to have these figures. I hope you enjoyed this little look at them. Have you got these? Do you like this range? What do you think? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Of course, like and subscribe. That'd be great. Thanks very much. And now I'm off to have a right old skeletal tear up. Thanks for watching. See you on another video. Bye for now.